Hi everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. In this video, I'm going to show you the parsing of when you come into the GitHub repository. Under here, the algo trading signal with the email all separated by underscore in the words. Here in the description or README, what you'll find here is there's two coding samples. Python example to download email with Yahoo or Gmail. And the other one, this contains signaling, but this shows how to send emails with Gmail. So I'm going to be focusing on how to download email. So what I'm about to show you is built off of this. And that's for the video of Python example to download email with Yahoo or Gmail. So let me just show you. I've got the example I want to show you. I'm going to fire it up right here. Okay, so it's going to fire up, and I'm going to send out an outbound email to the Yahoo email address that I've shown before. This is the content of what I'm going to email out in a sec. So I've got the subject, alert, whatever that might be, and in the body I have here a comma separated row with the symbol, quantity, and that's the number of units. The closing price, the last closing price from the generator of the signal. And then if you want to put in, I don't know, info on hard, take profit, and a stop loss as well. So everything, as I said, is comma separated. So let me go into my email client here. Okay, so we have here this program running, and it's checking email. So it's checking the Yahoo email. There it comes. So it's sent out. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so this is exactly what I want. I'm going to break this right now. Sometimes get old Mac. Let me just pause it. So what it's doing is here's the body of the email that I mentioned. And as I said, this is the line that it read in the body. So you can see it's all comma separated as in here. But what I've done is I parsed it all out. So we know the pair that we want to focus on to send a signal on, let's say an order, to do a quantity of 1, closing price at 45, and the take profit, this, and the stop loss at that. So let me show you the coding of that section. So in here in the code, if you go back to that previous video that I mentioned, found in the GitHub right here, Python example to download email with Yahoo or Gmail. In that same source file, you should be able to find the new changes, and how to parse up what you sent out. So what happens is we know that we're waiting for a new email in this loop, or it's really an infinite loop with a while 1. So we get the message. We get the text message, or the text content. Here, get first text block. So what we need to do now is we need to parse up or split that line by comma. So here's the example that we should receive, which says an example. So you can see it's comma separated. And we split them up, parse them up into tokens. So now we know that we have them in tokens separated by a comma. We know that the first token, 0 based again, no different than C. Token 1 is the symbol. Quantity is token 3. Now remember, these are all in string format. So now we also got to convert that particular token, the third token, into a float, which is a quantity. And just so you know, quantity units that are be sent out, which is part of the order, you can send out partial units. So you could send out 1 unit or 1.5 or 1.25 units, no problem. So that's why we convert it into a float. Then we parse up, get our 5th token, and then that is again converted into a float. That becomes the current close. So that's what we're going to send the order as, because that's the most recent closing price that we should have from the signal generator. And that's what we're going to place the order on. Now, it depends on the order. If you're doing a market limit order, if you wanted to apply somewhere in the logic in this script, You get the take profit, which is the 7th token, again convert it to float, and again stop loss, which is the 9th token, and convert that into a float. And then here we have what we just printed out here, this fun stuff right here: pair, quantity, close, take profit, stop loss. That's all parsed up here, and it's all converted in strings so it can be printed properly. And that's how you get all the necessary information that you need to send out an order. Now, depending upon your broker, again, in my case, if you're using that analytics service that I've got, that's going to be using Oanda data, broker data from Oanda. So essentially you want to use, I strongly encourage you to use the same broker as you get the data from. So if the data is coming from Oanda, you want to use Oanda as your broker. And the reason I use Oanda is to support Americans so that they can do exactly this and not worry about being banned like with FXCM and whoever else that have very few brokers out there, forex brokers in the US that support Python as these guys do, Oanda that is. So that's why I use Oanda to support Americans. So that's really important to understand. And then you can send your order out via Oanda. Now, you may be going, well, where can I get information on how to use the API with Oanda? Well, come under here. I just did a course a few weeks ago on that, an hour video showing all the different ways to use it. The best way to do it is if you come under store. Actually, let me show you here. If I go under the Academy section, which means you have to be a paying customer to get access to this, right under here, courses, I've got now a new section here called Oanda API Forex Workshop, which, as I said, was done a few weeks ago, and that gives you an overview of about an hour and 10 minutes or something, a video on how to do Oanda API. If you're new to all of it, you might want to, again, take this course, the Python Algo Trading Course Infrastructure, because this one will give you a lot of the components that are needed for a bot strategy or automated strategy in Python, and also covers cryptocurrency. But because people were wanting another same coding logic, I did a dedicated video with source code I provide using the API for Oanda for Forex. You can also do the same thing for CFD as well, but not recommended. But you can do that. So this exists, the Oanda API Forex Workshop, which I made available. In order to get that, again, come into the store, and I'm only making it available for my elite members. So if you come into the store and choose this elite option, you'll get access to that particular course. Okay, so continuing along in the source code here, this sort of information, doing that Oanda API workshop will help you get a better handle on how to use Oanda, because it's very difficult to navigate. I'll show you in another video on just how to do a simple order as an example, and hopefully we get it working. Have a good day.